the bond, connecting through the space between us. So before we've started tape here, we've gone through a little background, and we're going to do a double show, folks. Half the show will be this week. Next week, we'll follow with the second half. So there's a good opportunity here for Lynne to bring you all into her world and to peel it back, because with Lynne McTaggart, folks, we're going to peel it back. Okay? It's just we've got such a habituated, excuse me if I say stuck way of experiencing our life, of seeing our life, of metabolizing our lives. You've done so much work, and you bring to us work of so many pioneers, yes? That's a lot of what...
yeah.
That's
yeah.
what is a big part of what you've done. You've homogenized
yes.
and delivered. So, Lynne, I don't know what to say in introducing you other than say to my audience, give us a little bit of background. How did you get focused and become the rocket woman you are?
Well, it starts from passions oftentimes. And for me, mine was a passion to get better. I was very ill in the mid-'80s, and I couldn't find what was wrong with me. So I finally realized, I went from ordinary doctors to the very outer rim of alternatives. And no one could get me better, so I realized I had to find it out myself. And so I researched what I thought I had. I found the people who I thought could cure me. And that was such a heady experience, a collaborative effort in getting me better, that I really felt I needed to write about this. So it created a newsletter called What Doctors Don't Tell You, which is still going today. My husband and I do this. And it looks at what works and what doesn't work in conventional and alternative medicine. But we also look at scientific studies every week. And I kept coming across science showing that things like homeopathy works, spiritual healing works. And I kept thinking, Tom, if you can take a thought and send it to somebody else and make them better, then that completely undermines everything we think about how we work, how the world works. So that set me on the quest, and that became the book, The Field. Really to find out why this works. And what I discovered is that all of these frontier scientists were on the verge of a revolution in our understanding of the world. And, and I realized it was probably my job to put that together.
Okay, excuse me, but our understanding of the world, that's one thing, but the reality of the world is, I want to get to that today. We're talking about a different reality and how we missee reality. Okay, so it's not just our understanding. It's what really is going on.
Well, this is why I wrote The Bond, because it's pretty evident that we're in a mess right now. And pundits are talking to us about, the world's going down. It's the end of capitalism as we know it. It's the end of oil. It's the end of food. It's probably even the beginning of the end of the world. But I concluded in doing this book that actually what's ending now is a false sense of who we are. Because